Your future is listening to your thoughts. There's something listening to you right now. Not the people around you, not the doubters, not the world scrolling past your potential like it's just background noise. No, something greater. Your future. And it's not watching what you do. It's listening to what you think. Because long before your hands build anything, your thoughts build the blueprint. Every destiny begins in the silence of your own mind. In the quiet whispers you feed yourself when no one else is watching. In the invisible rituals of thought you repeat when the world has forgotten you. The future, it doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your identity. And your identity is shaped, moment by moment, by the thoughts you allow to live rent-free in your head. You want to know why most people never change? Because they try to change their life without changing their thoughts. They chase wealth with a mindset of scarcity. They chase power with a mind full of fear. They chase freedom while being prisoners of their own beliefs. It never works, because your outer world will never outgrow your inner world. That's the law. It's why the poor man who suddenly wins the lottery loses it all in months, because the wealth outside him couldn't survive the poverty inside him. It's why someone born into privilege can lose everything if they never earn the mindset required to sustain it. The mind is the master architect of your reality. And if your thoughts are fractured, your future will be too. That's why Napoleon Hill didn't write Wish and Grow Rich. He didn't write Hope and Grow Rich. He wrote Think and Grow Rich. Because it all starts there, with the one power no one can take from you, the power to direct your thoughts. But here's the truth they don't teach you in school. You're not thinking most of the time. You're remembering. You're recycling. You're replaying the same mental movie day after day, year after year. The same doubts, the same limitations, the same internal monologue that says, I'm not enough, I don't know how, I'm not like them, maybe someday. And while you're stuck in that loop, your future is standing in front of you, waiting to see if you'll rise or repeat. And the cost of repeating, it's your life. Understand this, every thought you entertain is a seed. Think in fear, harvest hesitation. Think in scarcity, harvest struggle. Think in doubt, harvest delay. But think in clarity, and you will attract vision. Think in belief, and you will summon boldness. Think in purpose, and you will magnetize power. Thought is the cause, life is the effect. But thought alone is not enough. It must be directed, it must be disciplined, because left on autopilot, the mind will drift into the past, into pain, into excuses, into comfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. And comfort begins in thought. It says just rest, just wait, just survive. But your destiny, it doesn't come to the comfortable. It comes to the courageous. It comes to those who train their thoughts like warriors train their bodies. With precision, with repetition, with devotion. That's what separates the ordinary from the exceptional. Not gifts, not genetics. Intentional thinking. Look at any titan of history, Carnegie, Ford, Roosevelt, Jobs, Oprah. They all mastered one thing before anything else, the art of thought. They weren't just dreamers, they were disciplined visionaries. They didn't just hope something would change, they conditioned themselves to believe that nothing would change unless they did. And so they fed their minds every day, with obsession, with focus, with belief, with words that fueled the identity required to carry the weight of their mission. Because here's the great secret no one tells you. The future you want is not waiting. It's listening, and it will not move until you speak the right language. And that language is thought. But thought alone is invisible to the world. That's why it must evolve into something sharper, something bolder. It must evolve into vision. And vision is not a dream. Vision is a declaration. It says, I will build what no one else sees. I will walk where no one else dares. I will live what others are too afraid to imagine. Vision is the fire inside the mind that burns through doubt and lights the path forward. It doesn't need evidence, it is the evidence. It doesn't wait for opportunity, it creates opportunity. Vision doesn't whisper, it commands. And when you carry true vision, life bends around you, not because the world changes, but because you do. You walk differently, you speak with conviction, you wake up with purpose, you stop negotiating with fear, you stop playing games with your potential, you stop watering weeds and start planting forests. Your vision becomes your compass, your code, your engine. But vision cannot survive in a mind full of noise. That's why discipline is your sword. Because the battlefield of the mind is loud, and the enemy is not always fear. Sometimes it's distraction. Sometimes it's comfort. Sometimes it's the familiar voice saying, just stay where it's safe. But nothing extraordinary has ever been born in safety. Greatness is forged in fire. And that fire begins with a single thought. I will not think like them.